Hello and welcome to the TEFL Textbook Review, a resource for you to select the best textbook or supplemental materials for your English language learners. In this video, we will take a look at Solutions Elementary. In order to get an overview, a quick look at some of the finer details and insights from a teacher's perspective. Solutions is a textbook series published by Oxford University Press. The second edition was published in 2012. Solutions Elementary is the first book in a series of 5 that are meant for teenagers. The book covers 4 skills, and if you buy into the whole package, you not only get the student book, but you also get a workbook and a teacher book. And in addition to that, you do get some digital resources and pre-made exams. So there's just a lot in this whole series. The first book in the series is probably too advanced for an absolute beginner. So although the book is teaching some of the most basic grammar, based on a lot of the reading text, it does assume that the learner has some background in English. So with absolute beginners, this would not be a good choice. There are plenty of activities for students to practice the language being presented, especially with the workbook. However, it's not as strong in communicative skills, and some of the activities are difficult, but in ways that are not related to language. For example, in one of the first chapters, students are having to look at family relationships, and some of the questions are really based more on logic than on language. Topically, the book tends to focus on somewhat obscure topics that are probably not of immense interest to most teenagers. Instead of choosing more accessible topics, the book has beginner students learning about the Amish way of life and sumo wrestling. The pages of the unit are a bit busy, and it can make it challenging for students to execute certain exercise due to just simply lack of space on the page. Whether they're writing in the book or writing in their own notebook, there's just not a lot of room to maneuver. The book attempts to include functional language that teenagers could use in school, but most of the proposed interaction doesn't really extend easily into authentic interaction amongst the students. For you North Americans, keep in mind that the book is quite British in its word choice and topics. In each unit, I would say there is almost too much content being covered, and the teacher would probably have to skip over some material in order for students to truly master certain objectives. Having said that, a book like this could take a whole school year to get through, depending on how many hours per week students are spending in class. Overall, I think the real value in the series is not just in the singular textbook, but in the amount of materials that are at the teacher's disposal. With the use of the workbook, the grammar and vocabulary builders in the back of the textbook, and the supplemental resources, there are great opportunities for the teacher to offer variety and fight against some of the monotony the series can have at times. There are some fun topics, though, like extreme sports and dangerous animals, but these alone are not enough to carry the attention of easily distracted teens. In terms of what age teenager is targeted, for the elementary level, I would say that about 13 and 14-year-olds are the most likely target audience. So, please feel free to share your opinions and experiences with the Solutions series. If there is a book that you would like me to cover, please mention it in the comments section. And thank you for joining. Be sure to subscribe or hit me with a like, and I will see you in the next textbook review.